Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Playing World of Tanks. I'm AJ. Sorry for the hiatus, but we are back again with a tank that's rarely played or rarely seen. I was just grinding some credits, and this happened to be one of the better games I had on Westfield. So with the Jagtiger 8.8, I'm top tier. I'm trying to bring the tank to the middle. It's easier for like a lot of top tier TDs to sort of like camp in the back and not play aggressively, but I know I have to get my armor involved in this fight early on, or else my team is going to lose this side. Now, initially I'm trying to go help over here, and the main reason for that was I don't have the gun depression to go over the top, and I was hoping that somebody would come and take the middle, but this is actually a very bad play because IS-3 could easily like shoot me in the back. TD spotted in the back, not camoing properly, so you know we put one good shot into him, like get him to go away. At this point, I take a shot from the T-28, and I know that I need to back off. If he has easy shots where I am, then the chances are that I'm not gonna last. Now the next couple of minutes, I'm just gonna spend trying to get an angle on the T-28 and get him spotted. If he doesn't move forward, the chances are that we won't win this. So I just poke over the top, hoping that he takes the bait and fires at me. He doesn't, and so I just back down. And so in the meantime, while I'm doing this, like, let's talk about why I've been away. Reason for that is like primarily I've been involved in a bunch of things, and I wasn't having fun with the game. I think like tier 10s still need a lot of work. I generally don't like playing them. I play them once a while, so I mean it's not something that I enjoy. Lower tiers seem to be much more interesting these days, where balance is a little bit more spot on. And so I mean, I don't know. I have a bunch of like tier 10s unlocked. I haven't bought any of them. I've actually been collecting my tier 6 and tier 8s and trying to 3-mark some of them. So stay tuned. There's a couple of good games for like the lower tiers that I've been playing, especially an M4 game that I had recently, which was super nice. But other than that, that's one of the primary reasons I've been away. Not having fun with the game. Anonymizer did help. If you don't know what that is, it makes your name invisible to the enemy players. Now here I see the KV3 like move to the side, and I think he's gonna come around, so I just take my tank over to face him. He just fires, so that gives us a good chance. He's very distracted, so I put a shot into his track to give him like tracked. I move forward just as his reload, as he reloads, and now he's backing away, but I know he can't actually get away from this fight. I'm keeping my distance because I absolutely have no reason to get close to him and give him a chance to like get around me, and that's an easy KV3 taken out of the game. Now on the other side, I was hoping that the T26E5 would be able to take care of the IS-3, and he does. T28 is finally spotted in the open. Now I go back and try to take him on. Now, the simple thing about the T28 is like frontally he's very strong, so if he can get him into a crossfire, chances are he's gonna not survive for fairly long as well. And so I'm trying to poke over the top. We ping like where one of the mediums need to, or heavies needs to move up. I can't, I'm too slow. I'll probably get eaten alive by the time I get there. T28 is finally spotted again, and I try to track him right away, just because if he's tracked, chances are we can easily damage him. I think he was waiting for somebody to fire again to repair, and I make sure to track him again so he doesn't go away. Now I'm trying to track him and do damage at the same time. With the Jagtiger 8.8's gun, it's fairly easy to do that, and then T28 is just gets farmed super easily. Again, like with the top tier TD like the T28, he could have played way more aggressively than he did. He could have been in the middle, influenced the game a little bit more, but he decided to sit in the back and snipe, which is not necessarily something you want to do with like a TD that has a lot of armor. I see a lot of people like sniping the JPZ, which is not necessarily a good thing. Now at this point, the AMX is pinging the map to take out the RD. That's actually a very bad play. Our base, if you can see, is almost overrun. There's only 2 tanks holding everything back. There's a tier 8 scout, the LT432, which is extremely overpowered tank for its tier, and there's a T-71, a Poodle, and an A44. So I decided I need to go back and like help them with the base defense, and the T-2065 unfortunately pushes in by himself, and that is gonna fire, you know, backfire on him like fairly quickly. So what I do is like I lock him in third person. I know there's some debris between the KV2 and me, so I know I can pen most shots on the KV2, so I just take a shot and take him out. At this point, the LT-432 reveals himself, and we put a couple shots to take him out. A44 again, sitting in the open. I put one shot on him. He tries to back out, but unfortunately, like, he won't be able to. The Jagtiger's fire rate is really good. At this point, like, the only thing left is a Poodle and a T-71 CMD. The Poodle like tries to like run away, but he's going at like a consistent pace. So I basically lead him like where I think he's gonna be, fire, and he gets taken out as well. Now at this point, like I was thinking about going to help the T-2065, but then I kind of decided against it just because there's still a T-71 in base. And here's the problem: the T-71 is a much better tank. If we played the view range game with the KV2, the KV2 won't be able to like kill him. It's just as simple as that. So I'm trying to take out these buildings in the way, see if I can get a shot on him. And now, for me at least, like if the T-71 dies, this game is basically a wrap. Now here I make a very bad play. I go through the middle, which is essentially what I should not have done. I should have like made sure that I came from over the top, just because if you look how they're placed, I would have like spotted the RD, spotted the TD, and probably the P43. The angle I'm going to take, I'm not going to spot the RD or the P43, and so like this is a bad play in hindsight, and I should also wait for the KV2s to arrive. I should not go by myself, just because if the P43 had been slightly closer to me, I could have been easily circled and taken out. So that's one of the other things that is sort of like not an awesome play, but like it kind of worked out in hindsight. Now I'm trying to get close in and see how much damage I can do. Now the thing is, like, there's an M12 to my right, and I know I have to take him out because I don't want the stun. I could have aimed this a little bit longer. I turn to the M12, take him out. Now I shouldn't have backed up in this moment. I should have like started moving forward, angled my armor a little bit towards the VZ, but thank God the VZ gets spotted. Max view range does help with these situations. He gets taken out, and now it's basically cleanup duty. I know P43 doesn't have the best of penetrations. Also, the fact that he's playing hull down, and in that kind of fight, like, I win. I'm slowly trying to move closer to the M44, just so he doesn't splash me again, trying to get closer to the buildings. And so at this point, it's just trying to take out the P43. I fire at his last known location, that hit as well, and I put the last one into it before both of the KV2s basically derp him and take the kill. Now the M44 went somewhere this way, so I'm just trying to get close to him. I didn't know whether he was going to fire at me or the KV2s. The M44 decided to fire at the KV2. Again, this is a bad play on my part. But I think my thinking was KV2 is probably gonna kill him anyways if the M44 fires again, and we take the last kill for our Radley Walters. Now this game was an exceptionally good game. Not every game in the Jagtiger 8.8 is good. I'm trying to 3-mark this tank, so stay tuned. There might be more games on the horizon, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Playing World of Tanks.